Hello YouTube, Shane here again. Let me turn this up. Hello YouTube, Shane again. Uh, Today I'll be talking about something very important, and it has a lot to do with, you know, parenting, mothers, black families as such, or just families if you want to bring it into that category. Um, I am your mother, right? Remember what I just said. And it has to do with this term that my mom always used to use, where she'd say, every time she did something wrong, every time she abused me, and she still does it to this day because she does not want to take. There's no acceptability. This is why in the black community there's no progress, because there's no acceptability for actions. And I just remembered I used to talk about what used to go on, the mental, as you could say, castration of me as a male, especially as a black male. You really, I feel, you have to be aware of your social position in life. Probably there is something as black privilege, because a lot of black people do run towards the "oh, it's racist" card for everything, and some things are racist. That's why there's laws against that. But we do not accept responsibility for our actions within our own communities. And to me, it's like we're seen as children. And a lot of this comes from the fact that we're raised by single mothers. I don't really know how to really drop that any harder on you, but it's the truth. And it's like we're shamed to believe that nonsense, that we have no responsibility. And mothers can do no wrong and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something, lads. This is why in the black community there is so much violence. There's lack of empathy. There's a lot of these issues because a lot of women lack empathy, especially for men. They lack empathy in general. But I think their view on masculinity is that men don't have any feelings. You're meant to be as hard as a rock. And that's just how they are. As soon as I get the chance, really, to be honest, I don't think I really speak with my mother. A lot of people from other communities get it twisted when it comes to black mothers, because they compare their own mothers, and they don't understand that slavery still affects the black community today. I'm a bit tired. Gotta go eat something soon. It affects us negatively in the fact that we still see ourselves as victims. We do not want to get out the negative circumstances that, whether it be slavery or a lack of attention to the problem, which is what? It's a manly trait. A lot of women do not see a problem, and they'll talk about everything in the world except the problem. That's why, in my opinion, unless a woman is raised to be a certain way, they don't make good leaders. and they will destroy a lot of things around them, and they don't do it deliberately. I think it's a very biological thing. I think women have a very high sense of pride. They have a low sense of empathy, um, pain. They just don't really care. And sorry, I was just dealing with my speaker there. Looked like it was bending there. I have this little line speaker for my TV. But a lot of women just don't care. And they are biologically programmed to test men. That's really what a woman does. She'll test your strength. She'll test your patience. They'll give you this quote-unquote ish test in relationships to test your mental. And I always remembered, going back to the topic, it was when my mother, I talked to her about the way she mentally just did me over. I'm surprised I'm not dead, to be honest. She just expected to took it. It's like she was kind of ish testing me. Again, like, comment, subscribe. She was testing me, and this is as her son. Women do this thing, and it's so weird. It's like they have nothing to give, but everything to take. And they're always testing you. And this is why in other countries, women are raised to be a certain way. Because, in a way, they need that. Because when the true nature of a woman comes to forefront, it's very ugly. You understand? And me, coming from a guy, from a lineage of slaves, where the men were not in charge, I'm telling you, it's absolutely wrecked the community. We have a very high level of blame culture. We don't see the violence as something that we can solve, and we blame white people. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. And my mother will blame everything in the world about her bad behavior. Everything in the world about slavery and, corruption, but she'll never look at me as her quote-unquote son and say, I'm sorry, and try to mend that bridge. And I don't have any respect for that. And she'll always bring up, I'm your mother, or we're family. But it's like, why would I want to bring or hold someone or keep them in my circle who has not ounce of compassion? Because she's still, I think, focused on the fact that she's alone and she's looking for a gap for her son to fill, or looking for someone to blame with that hatred that she has. She does it subconsciously. She doesn't even know that she does it. You understand? This is why my brother is so stubborn. Because there was no man to instill that what's the word? Responsibility, that sense of responsibility in the family, and respect and honor, and not to beat the hell out of your kids. Her answer was always, I am your mother, when it came back to me bringing up the problem that when the going got tough, she got abusive. And it's like, a lot of women do that, man. They don't know how to handle pressure, and they will take it on their kids or their spouse or the closest person to them. You know what I mean? And it's just, it, it took me so many years to really figure things out that these mothers, especially black mothers, yeah, they are sending their children to the wolves because the world does not like people who do not accept responsibility for their actions. Accountability, that's the word I was thinking. The world doesn't care. And especially for if you're a guy, if you're a man, the world definitely doesn't care. And if he's gonna be with a female or girl, she definitely doesn't care. She doesn't care about your issues. She doesn't care if you have a small penis. She doesn't care if you have a mentally short penis. You need to grow that stuff out, man. You know what I mean? Because there's no sympathy for the weak. And a man is seen as a pillar of strength, even if he wasn't raised to be that way. And unfortunately, women are seen as women, even though they don't act like women. And I find that a very weird dichotomy that goes on is that a man will always be viewed as a man, whether it's a homeless man, a rich man, a poor man. One will be respected more, one will be respected less, but they're both seen as men. You understand? A fat man, skinny man, it don't matter. They're 100% responsible for their actions. And weakness is not tolerated in none of those. Now, there's more respect if a guy is down on his cards. But he's still viewed as a man. With a woman, it's the same thing. No, it's not, sorry. I got confused there. With a woman, she is viewed as a woman if she's loud, aggressive, arrogant. She's viewed as a woman even though... Okay, see, I got it twisted there. A woman's viewed as a woman even though she doesn't measure up to the standards. A man is not viewed as much as a man if he doesn't measure up to the standards. That's what I mean. And with my mother, yeah, she is viewed as a mother. And I know it was hard, but she's viewed as a mother even though she didn't make the cut. And unfortunately, we have a world where everything is based on money and not responsibility, because money can kind of cover up your screw-ups. You know what I mean? When times get tough, everyone's screaming for money, but the thing that holds a village together is learning how to live off the land and tradition and family without money. Money is a social construct to a degree. People weren't always living like that. It just came into existence for a couple of thousand years. And it's ruined family values, in my opinion. But what's ruined family more is the fact that we accept bad parenting, bad mothering especially, and think that the mother is the better person to raise kids. Even though, see these crazy murder statistics in Jamaica or other countries who have a lot of single mothers. Because as guys, we need to learn who we are. And if a guy thinks like a woman, doesn't accept responsibility, he's gonna lash out, and he's gonna be more aggressive than the man who's logical and who thinks with his brain instead of his brain in the other department, the lower department, if you know what I mean. But just something to think about there, guys. Shane, signing out.